Okay, tonight I want to talk about school shootings and how I think that we have glorified them, and it is our own fault that they are spreading as they seem to be. The reason for this, I think, is because everything is always so politically correct that nobody wants to talk about things that are so tragic, especially if somebody lost their child. You know, nobody wants to have a debate with a person over something like that. But I was wondering the other day, what is the statistic of, the probability of that actually happening? Just out of curiosity, no other reason. But yes, how many odds you are to win the Powerball, to get struck by lightning, and what are your odds to get caught in a school shooting. And I learned a lot of interesting things that I thought were worthy of discussion. One of them being the statistic is something, I forget what it is. It is like extremely rare. It's, shark eating you in shark-infested waters type statistic, 1 in 6, million or so. It's a ridiculously rare, extraordinarily rare circumstance. Yet we prepare for this like it's going to happen every day. And the attention that we give it in the media and the news, people forget. News is just marketing. That's all it is. Every channel wants you to watch that channel, and they will do whatever it takes for you to turn to that channel. Things with high emotional content tend to get a lot of ratings, so they're going to play that up. Any type of tragedy or whatever, it's going to be covered by everybody. And people forget that news is simply marketing. So there's a school shooting, and they are inundating every platform with, sad pictures and clips and, everything pulling at our heartstrings. And what we're doing is creating a culture and a tradition of that is like teaching kids what to do who may not have thought of it prior. Because what if we practiced a drill every day at school in case a shark, was going to bite us in the water, or I can't think of anything right now, but, some ridiculous circumstances that won't happen. And I said every day at school, we're going to practice this drill, okay? This drill for this event that has a 1 in 6 million chance of happening. And the parents would be outraged. They would say, why are we wasting our time on this? This is ridiculous. This is never going to happen. I'll practice what to do if you get struck by lightning. And every day we're going to practice this, or we're going to have random drills, okay? What is the lasting harmful effect of preparing a child for some type of, raid or, murderous scene that most likely will never happen, but yet we're forcing it down their throats with, let's prepare for the shooting. So really, it's something like 1,000 kids a day get hurt outside of school, okay? Nobody cares about that. It's if whoever randomly gets shot inside of school by somebody who is mentally ill, and the gun debate over it. But meanwhile, the real problem with guns is outside the school. Kids, now they want to bring in guns for the teachers. Okay, so I get that, if a teacher's inclined to shoot and feels comfortable with it, I say, hey, go for it, have your gun, someone there to stop, it's all good. However, what people don't realize is, guns kill people kill people, whatever. Statistically, mathematically, doesn't have a feelings or opinion or emotion. It's just fact, okay? So factually, mathematically, more guns equals more incidents, okay? So strapping teachers with guns, will it work? Who knows? Maybe it could save one person in that 1 in 6 million next time chance it happens somewhere in America, in some fucking Midwest Bible Belt school or wherever, fuck. And the truth is, more guns equals more incidents, and there's already proof of this. Teachers that bring their guns to school have accidentally shot themselves in the foot, go crazy, whatever, okay? But, again, I am stressing the fact that we are going to practice shutdown drills, shutting down the school, hiding under desks, scary ass shit for this 1 in 6 million chance happening, because everybody thinks that one kid could be my kid. And because we're so emotionally bound, and we feel allegiance that we have to give to the next person, that what if it was our kid, that we're really gonna fucking prepare like this is gonna happen tomorrow in our school. But by doing this, we're actually having the reverse effect, where we're putting this idea in kids' minds. We are conditioning them to do it. They sit around and they wonder who's gonna be the one in our school to fucking go nuts, or because they're preparing for it, they're practicing for it. Nobody's thinking about the long-term psychological effects of this for the kids, for the teachers, and for the ridiculousness of it. What happens is somebody dies, a child dies, and it's tragic, and there's nothing that can be done that's going to ease the pain of the person who lost that child. But we yell, something must be done, something must be done, okay? So something must be done. We start having drills. We start doing things to make ourselves feel better, to try to ease the pain of the people who are, victims of school shootings, and, what to prevent a future school shooting. But all we're really doing is giving it all of our energy. It's like sucking up our energy like an energy vampire, and we're not getting anything positive out of it. We're not preparing anything positive for it. We're just conditioning more and more kids to think that this is going to be normal, that it's going to happen to them. Now, meanwhile, there might be a one in, there's real shit that can happen to these kids, and we don't prepare them for that, okay, in their life. But we prepare them for school shootings, and I just think it's time to talk about that. And it's time to ask why. And why, when do we decide, and how do we decide that we're all going to unite over one single, advocates for one single cause that is the least likely to happen, as we ignore very, very real causes that are here and now and happen every day. And kids who are mentally ill, who need help. Kids whose guns shouldn't even be in their hands, because they're not even their guns, they're their parents. And accountability, responsibility. There's so many other areas that we could be attacking that would be future productive, present productive, but instead we are falling for the marketing shtick, and we're living a fear-based existence, a fear-based thought system. We're teaching it to our kids, live in fear, prepare for the worst of humanity. And I just wanted to say that I don't think that that's the way to go. I don't think it's helping. And I think that everybody needs to really look deep inside themselves and forget about, what other people are thinking and the politically correct, and really ask yourselves, are we making this better, for our kids, for the future, and I don't think we are. And if anybody wants to give a call in and say what they think about that, you can get in at 800-444-5621. That's Talk to Me 4621, and we'll take some calls now.